Hello, my name is Joe. We are in Cambodia, and today we're going to show you around my place. This is a sanctuary for dogs now. This was my hostel for around 9 years, and I've transformed it into a safe place for many unfortunate dogs. Some have been living with some very bad owners from the streets, some are thrown away like trash, some from the dog meat trade. Some I've had to buy out of breeding circles. Many of them have suffered. Today I'll share my place with you. Come with me, brother. I want to show you the first dog that was here when I took over this place around 9 years ago. A bear! There he is. So this is Bear. This is the OG. This boy was here when I became a partner in this place many years ago. He's around 9 or 10 years old now. When I first met him, he had no fur. He was just raw, in pain, crying in the kitchen, and I didn't really know too much about dogs back then. I've never had dogs in Australia. And Bear just needed some skin treatment, a few injections, and he's been healthy ever since. He's the OG. Sorry, he's molted. This is Bear. This is like a Star Wars theme. So many of these dogs, and they've passed away. This is Lola. This was my first pit bull. She was given to me when I first moved to Cambodia. Zeus, he was one of the second or third pit bull rescues. He was tragically killed by my next door neighbor, and he was thrown in the river. It's a very horrible story. Scuttle, I rescued him from the island. He's had a very big history, but he also passed away sadly. This artwork was made by a good friend of mine. He did all the art in here. Mr. Jeff Oren. Usually I have a lot of dogs in this area. I'll show you, come with me. These are some Cane Corso puppies. I take them away from the breeding circle. These two girls here, their future would have been just bread and bread and bread. No, you stay out. So this is Jabba. Jabba has been in a cage most of his life. He's around 9. And he can be dangerous. I've had many ups and downs with him. He has attacked people before. He has attacked many other dogs. When he sees red, he cannot help himself. So I keep him with the dogs he is safe with, and he also is rotated like many of the dogs here. But he is a risk, and I cannot have him just free roaming, you know. Many cases elsewhere, he would be euthanized immediately, but I cannot do that. So he's free, you know, he's got a big space and everything, and I have had him in foster care before, but there was many problems, and he needs to be with someone who can control him, especially when he gets angry. So this is little Boris. He's new. He was abandoned by his owner in Chinookville, and I can't really trust him to be with other dogs at the moment. I'm really trying to find him a foster. He's an English Bull Terrier, and he has many skin issues, and he's a little bit unpredictable around other dogs, so I cannot keep him free roaming. I'm really hoping this week I can find a foster for him. But the reason I took him, I wanted to get him as fast as I could, because if the wrong person gets him, he would just be shoved in a cage and used as a security or a trophy for someone. Also used as a breeder. You know, it's the tough guy dog, the classic pit bull or bull terrier. Everyone wants this dog. He looks cute, but it is a serious dog. You can't take one of these dogs if you don't know what you're doing. These are serious dogs, man. Pit bulls and bull terriers. Also Rottweilers, Great Danes, and bullies. Yeah, they're cute, but if you don't know how to stop the fighting and socialize them, don't get one. Don't get one. Jacob. These dogs are a little bit unpredictable, especially this one around the other. She's a female pit bull. So this is Bol and this is Mickey. And they had a sad story. The owner had tied them up. I'll show you some photos. He had them tied up in the sun and rain on the side of the road, up on the road to Phnom Penh, and they were miserable. Living in filth, no water, no good food. And I kept going back to visit them. I couldn't stand it anymore. I couldn't sleep at night. They were just on my mind too much. So I had to pay the guy to take them away from him. And I don't have money, but I did it to get them away. And now they're up for adoption. They just don't deserve to be treated like that. And I'm sick of seeing it here. It's everywhere. Don't buy a dog if you're gonna just chain them up. Why? Look how beautiful they are. Look at them. They're so happy and they don't deserve to have that.
So they think he was hit by a car and like mangled up his leg, and then this badass, they reckon he chewed through the bone and basically chewed off the rotting leg, and then a rescuer took him to the vets. Never came back for him for about 8-9 months. He was in the vets on a chain like that long. No one could go near him, no one could touch him. Joe went up and stayed in Phnom Penh for 3 days with this guy. He kept feeding him food and sitting with him, and eventually, gave him a chance, brought him back here, and he's gotten so much better. Still a bit touchy with like new people, but once he gets to trust someone, he's amazing now. Look at him.
So Nam1 was living on an island from here, close by, and she was tied up on a boat, kind of used like security. And from what I know, the story that I've been told, I've been rescuing dogs from this island since I moved to Kampot. There's at least 7 that have come through me. This is one of the breeders, and she actually fell off the side of the boat during a storm. This is what I've been told. And she hung herself with a leash. And from that, now she has brain damage. She is extremely like traumatized from it. We're treating her at the moment with CBD. She's not in pain. I get her checked up regularly. She just wants to be in a place where she's loved. She gets good food, good care. She's got her bed at night. I just want her to have a good ending. I know some people tell me, oh, you should euthanize her and everything, but like, she's not in pain, she's not suffering. She's just a little bit wobbly, and she deserves to have this, you know? We get so many people coming to visit now, and she receiving love, and she is happy. If she was in pain, it would be a different story.
Smile. She's always smiling.
Little piggy.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Off to a rescue or?
No, I'm just showing Chris the police dogs in the back.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Hello.
Bye. Hey.
Monica is the cat queen. She's the cat rescuer of Cambodia. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you cannot just always take away because sometimes they belong to somebody. Yeah.
Oh. That's
Right.
nice, 30 cats.
Yeah, but it's also very expensive. Even when I was a child, I was not allowed to have cats. My father said, no cats.
No cats.
And as soon as I moved out from my parents' house, I had cats. And since then, I always had cats.
Yes, cats.
And
now
here I
30.
started rescuing cats.
Yay.
So yeah,
And
I'm
it's-
happy.
It's okay to come in. Appa is Winter. Shh. Appa is he's the father. He's the father. He's the only one that comes to me willingly. Yeah, he's a good boy. His name is Appa. Appa. Yeah, Appa. It's okay. You want to say hi? Good boy, Appa. Yeah, Appa, come. So, I'll show you the photos when we go back to the bar, but these guys were in 2 separate rooms. No one had gone inside these rooms in over a year, and they're living in their own shit and hair, and the food was being fed through the window. They were so scared. It took us a long time to get them all out and into the van, and it was 39 degrees that day. It was so hot. Inside the van, they're attacking each other. They're all wearing muzzles. They destroy the entire backseat of the van. They're just so scared. They've been abused. They've been neglected, and they've lost trust in people. Appa is the only one I can get a little bit of love out of, you know? The other ones are they're still so scared. They barely let me touch them, and they've been here for around 2 months now. Also, I cannot put them with the other population. It's too much risk. Even the father and mother, if they meet with the sibling, the son and daughter, Winter and Mason, they attack each other like it's not good. But he's free now. He's got fresh air. He's got sun. He's got wind. He's got good food. He's a big boy. Up. They climb over and attack each other. So it hasn't been easy. A lot of my time and effort and money has been dedicated to them. It's okay, Alpha. He's a friend of mine. That's Chris. This is Mason. And this is Winter. Mason, Winter, come. They are you can see they're freaked out. They're just freaked out. So I'm not sure what's happened to them, but they're slowly getting better, little bit by bit. That's okay. Maybe they can go and live with someone. But a lot of the time, I don't really have a long-term plan. I just want to get them out of the situation that they're in, because if I don't act that day, they can be placed in another horrible situation, and I'll never get the chance to do it again. You know? Hopefully, at one point, there'll be someone good that comes along that wants to give them a good life, maybe on a big farm or something. But yeah, I act on the moment, and I don't really often think about the long-term solution or outcome. It's hard. I can't say no sometimes, you know, especially when I see the photos of them in the misery that they are living in. You know, just go and do it. Home, get them. And they destroy everything that I make them. Everything. Come on, let's go. Alex. Alexei. Put fresh water. So this is our bar area. You're welcome to come in. Come in, brother. I'm just going to be coming first. Who's that, Whopper? So, this is our boy Jet. Jet has some anger issues. He has been passed around from many different owners. A girl contacted me in Phnom Penh almost a year ago, and unfortunately he can only be with certain dogs. He lost his temper one day and tried to bite through the chain link fence, and he snapped off his canines, and he still will attack if he doesn't like the other dogs. So I take really good care of him. He sleeps with me every night with about 10 dogs, and the dogs I can't let free roam. They're coming out with me more and more outside, socializing, walking, car rides, motorbike rides. These guys can all ride the motorbike, the big dirt bike. Look at him. Look at this boy. And luckily for me, Jet has become best friend with my other problem child. This is Kola. Kola was abandoned in Phnom Penh on the street. And a lady from Kampot went to take him. She was going to use him to breed with her aggressive pit bull, and I know that's true. She contacted me when she saw he had a problem. He couldn't walk. He's been hit by a motorbike, and he had a problem with his testicles as well. He was very aggressive when he first came, and he's another one of these dogs. Oh, he's so cute and everything, but he can be nasty. He can be a nasty boy, hey boy. So I'm really happy that they've become good friends, because now they play off each other and they're happy. They're so happy. Where's our little fish? Guapa. Guapa's swimming all day. She's a failed breeder from Phnom Penh. I had to pay money to take her away from them, and it was worth every cent. She is just an amazing dog. She doesn't create problems. She's a little bit naughty when it comes to food and swimming in the river all day, not listening to daddy. But she's an amazing little girl. She's only 2. Let's go for everybody. Go. And you'll be seeing her swimming very soon. Okay, Rosie has been at high tide for 3 years now, maybe more. 3.5 years? Coming up to 4 years. That smells so bad. Ew. So Rosie, her owner, had accidentally reversed the car over her back legs, and she walked very bad when she first came. She has fully rehabilitated herself just from running and playing in the sand and swimming. This is very important for them, this river. A lot of dogs that have issues with their hips and back legs can find much relief in this river. Hey, Rosie. And she's very beautiful, as you can see. Hey, Rosie, please. Or Gonwan in Khmer. Gonwan is like baby chicken. Chick was thrown away like trash. She had a big TVT cancer coming out from her backside. And we found her on the verge of death in the sun in an abandoned, demolished building in town. So, one of my good friends, my brother, he allowed me to keep her at his resort until because the cancer it's contagious if you touch So we did chemotherapy on her every week, and now she is, look at this, she's very special, but she's also very naughty. She doesn't let anyone touch her but me. Nah, I just don't want him out on the beach today. So yeah, many of them are very good together, and they have like a hierarchy. So many of them can be free together, but I think the hardest is the pit bulls. The pit bulls, they all have little reactions to each other, so yeah, it's not easy. Today there's 61 dogs here, literally here on site, 61. There's also 4 more that have been dumped out near my sign. We're feeding them as well, but we cannot catch them. Fish had a happy life in Thailand, and he was brought over here to be used as a breeder, the same as Whopper, and treated like shit, tied up in the back, not fed. He's desexed now. Desex your dogs. We don't need more dogs like this in Cambodia because they're just getting put in cages and they're not getting the treatment they deserve. So yeah, stop buying these dogs if you can't handle it. They're cute as a puppy, but when they grow up, it's crazy, man. So this is my house here. These are the areas I've made. This is like the big play area. This is another area here for customers to hang their hammocks. But I've got a giant dog in there right now. Rock, you met earlier. So yeah, I'm looking for new homes for them all the time, especially the troublemakers. No more cages and no more living on the street or just tied up all day. Just why? Why do it? It's too much. Many of the dogs are problematic, and I cannot pass on a problem to other people. For example, Jabba, I'm not going to give someone that's bitten people, I'm not going to give a dog that's bitten people to a person. Like, it's not right. Jax, he doesn't like kids. Some of them are very close with me. Gong Fu, like, I'll never give him up. He's like my happiness, you know. Some of the dogs have been with me for so long and they're happy here. I'm happy to have them here, but the ones that are problematic and causing me stress, I want them to have a life out of here, living with a family or living in a big space where it's just only 1 or 2 dogs where they're happy, you know. I don't like sectioning them off like this. I hate it. I want them all to be free, but unfortunately it's the way it is. Stop buying aggressive dogs if you cannot handle them, man. It's simple. Hey, Suya, Ting Lai. Come on, fish, let's go up in the room, air conditioning. Let's go, fish cap. Fish cap, up, up. Fish cap. Fish cap.